Hey guys, JH, welcome to the practice tee. Haven't been here for a while. Had a lot of things happening and weather's been terrible, so there's been a bit of a hiatus. Okay, now we've seen a lot over the years on the JH practice tee, just probably every conceivable permutation of a golf swing. And I do that for a reason, because I've always been looking for the formula that is conducive to a repeatable golf swing, which is basically nirvana as we know. I've never found it, and I've gone down as many roads as just about anybody, I guess. I've gone down a lot of roads. So, and of course, having been around a lot of different sports in my life and having been involved in the training of elite athletes at different levels, I've been exposed to all types of sports. And I was just looking a few nights ago at some of the sports that I used to be exposed to, which was the discus and the hammer throw. And there was something that was indicative in that motion that gelled with me in terms of why is that such a powerful action? And I call it the spiral effect. With the discus throw, you'll see the discus throw. They go back, they get hit, and then they start to roll, but they roll out of the ground to get their momentum. They're sort of shuttling in there. They're sort of loading, and then they spiral down and then they spiral up. The same with the hammer throw. And I thought, wow, that's like a spring, like an auger. I'm going to auger into the ground, and then when the spring is loaded, it's just going to explode out of the ground. And I kid you not, I came out the next morning and I applied it to the golf swing in what I term the spiral. I spiral down and I spiral up. And the up is basically this, guys. I go in here and then I spiral up. And as I'm going down, I'm loading the energy, coiling the spring. I feel like I'm actually going towards the ground. I feel like my backside is getting closer to the ground. It's probably not, but that's the feeling. And then when I've gone down as far as I can, I just want to basically stand up through the shot. And I've been working on it with a couple of buddies of mine, and particularly my old practice tee buddy Peter. Peter's picked up 30 metres. He was just telling me here he's just hit some shots, the most magnificent, and I could hear them. I was setting up the camera, but they were just way down in the distance here. So we'll do a couple of videos today, guys, but the explanation basically at the start is that we're going to set up, get as much extension as we can in the legs of the dress here, and then I want to take that extension out of those legs on the backswing. I basically want to sit down in the backswing. And when I'm going to here, all I'm going to do then is stand up in my mind. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to coil into the ground, and then I'm going to spiral into the ground, and I'm going to spiral out. And what is the spiral out? The spiral out is the stand-up. It's a radial stand-up. It's just an unloading of the coil or the spiral that we put in on the backswing. So it's this. Standing here like this, and then I'm going to go. Yeah, that's what I feel. I'm not doing that. Pete says I don't achieve that, but I very much feel that. And then when I get to here, I'm just going to stand up. So that's basically the explanation. Rory does it, Tiger's done it forever. Tiger's always done that. Goes down on the backswing and then he comes in here and he stands up. That's how he gets his double cock. Because Tiger's not late up here. Tiger's actually not very late up. He's not like Sergio or Hogan. Tiger's late. He's late down here. But Tiger's sort of almost a bit throwaway looking here, but as he gets down here and he stands up, he pulls that extra, what I call the double cock. So let's have a hit. Dead cold, and let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to spiral down. Spiral up. And that's the first shot of the day. And it's just dead flush, perfect straight. And that's with the cold swing, guys. So we're just going to spiral down, and you can't spiral down too much. And you can't spiral up too much. That's the reality. You can't, in your mind, and as a feeling, you can't spiral down too much. And I'll tell you a guy that does it in a moment, and you'll see it in his golf swing. Spiral down. Spiral up. It's really solid. Spiral down, spiral up. Soften everything. Soften it all up. Now they're just dead straight, guys. Now it's hard to skill yourself and school yourself in virtually standing up through the shot, but that's what it is. It's a feeling of standing up. If I was standing up, I'd be missing the ball. So clearly I'm not standing up too much. Okay, we'll spiral down and we'll really stand up. Look at the full extension of the body up through the ball. I'm going down and then I'm going up. And it really is that simple. Okay, well we'll just break there, and I'll come back and I'll explain a little bit more detail, and I'll hit a couple of longer shots.